connected on this computer. Okay. So in real life, most of the user interaction, whatever we do, like clicking on the button or typing something in the input box or selecting value from the drop down, right? All these operations we perform using mouse, right? Whenever we do this manually, we use mouse only most of the times, or we use keyboards. And in the automation, all of these actions are like can be performed using our regular WebDriver element commands. When I say WebDriver element command, it means that this driver.find element. Okay, so we can using this web element command, we can perform the click, we can submit, we can do send keys, right? Or for the drop down, we can use the select class, right? And in that we can use the select by value, or select by index, or select by visible text we can use. So ultimately all these operations are can be easily performed using the WebDriver element commands. But there are some complex commands like as I have said yesterday, that drag and drop, or a slider, moving a slider, right? Or in some of the cases we may have to perform the double click. In some of the cases we may have to perform the double click, or in some of the cases we or like we may have the scenario like copy and paste, that we our web page supports the functionality of copy and paste, right? So in that case we have to do control A, control C, and like this, right? So all these keyboard events, so all these keyboard events or the mouse events like the double click or drag and drop cannot be performed using the WebDriver element, using the WebDriver element commands. So to perform these actions, we use actions class. See actions, yeah, actions, not action, huh? Actions. We do have S at the end. Actions class. This is the class. This is the action class available in Selenium, which enables us to perform various mouse events and keyboard events. Mouse events includes drag and drop, or sometimes we do have to perform the just hover. Hover, as in the web page we have operations like when you do hover, a tooltip is displayed or visible, right? So those type of operation, or any value we want to fetch, that just do the mouse hover. Mouse hover cannot be done using the web element commands. So to achieve the mouse hover as well, we can perform this. We can use the action class, and to perform some keyboard operation like control A, control C, control V, for example. So in that case we need to use the keyboard, right? So we can use that. Okay. And so it is like we do have this we can have the scenario where we need to verify that the shortcuts are applying properly or not, right? So we for that as well we can use the actions class. So keyboard is to perform the keyboard events, right? So this is a short brief about the actions class. The technical definition I can say is that I'm just reading from mobile. Actions class is a collection of individual action that you want to perform. When we say action, it means moving the mouse pointer to the particular element and clicking on that element. Okay. So yesterday we have seen that okay, before that there are number of actions or methods are available in the actions class. To see that how many methods are available in the action class, what we will do first, yesterday we have seen that we have just created the object for the actions class, right? using the new action, and in that we have passed the browser instance, if everyone remembers that. So to create the action class object, we write in this manner: actions act, for example, new actions, and in that we pass the browser instance. Now to check what are the methods available in this, you can see the build, click, sorry, build, click web element, click and hold. Like for to perform the drag and drop operation, we need to click and hold, right? So, but for drag and drop, we have individually method is available. So in case the drag and drop is not working correctly, we can use this method as a click and hold. Context click. Context click means right click. Right, I haven't used context click in my automation career, but in future, if your project requires that you need to perform the right click and check, then you can use the context click. Right, double click. Sometimes you may have to perform the double click, so you can use that. Drag and drop, we have seen yesterday. Key down, key up. So key down and key up, these are the events. Like we'll come to this later. Move by offset, move to element, we have seen this all this yesterday, right? Release as well, perform and release, we have seen this, why to use perform and when to use release. But first thing, uh, first thing is that what yeah, we can use any of this method. Yesterday we have covered one scenario, but I'll say that let's create one more scenario for the better understanding. Okay, so we do have our input forms, right? We do have our input forms. Yes. So checkbox is selected, date picker, forms demo, simple form. This is the message for input box. And okay, let's say I want to write this message in the capital letters. I want to write this message in the capital letters. Okay, message in capital letters. Okay, so if we were typing this, then what we would do on the keyboard? Like we will press the, either we will turn on the caps lock button, or we will press the shift button, and then we write, then we type. Okay, hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We would do that, right? So let's say we want to achieve this. So how we can do that? So now first thing first, we need to create the, in this input forms, we need to create the action class object. So what I'll do, as we have done yesterday, I'll create it over here. We'll just define it at the class level, and then we'll instantiate it at the in the constructor. That's not right. You can pass the driver as well. Now, we have to do on this one. So what I'll do, I'll just do this. Okay. Now, first thing, here we will be using the action dot. First thing will be, here you can see the key down, right? So when you press, right, so the key goes down, so use key down. Here we are just pressing it, right? So key down, and then for which element we are doing this, we are typing something. So here we are doing it for enter message text box. Okay, and which key we want to press? Obviously we will press shift, right? We want to type in the capital letters. Okay, everyone, are you getting my point or not?
By section, it will focus on that text box and then we enter the text.
Yes, then here we have just pressed the shift key. We haven't typed anything yet.
Instead of click on that particular text box, we are using this key
Action dot,
values.
yes, action dot send keys, right? So this is the thing. First we have done this, then action dot, we can use send keys. Send keys, same enter tag and capital, and then we have to release that. We have to release that as well, that shift key, right? So when you release that, it should come up. So keys dot shift. So this steps you need to write.
I didn't understand line number 70.
Okay, you
So I want to understand what exactly we are trying to do with that shift
okay,
key
so
press. So we are pressing shift key.
So basically, let's say in this form, I am entering some message, right now, okay?
Correct.
So by default, it will enter in the lowercase. I want to enter some message in the capitals. So what I will do on keyboard, I will press the shift key, and then I'll start writing something. So it will type the message in the capital letters, right?
Yes.
So first, what I have done, key action dot key down, and in that I have passed the which target element, and then keys dot shift.
So you are holding shift key.
Yes, I am. Yes, at line number
Okay.
70, I am holding shift key.
Okay.
Then I am passing the character sequence, whatever we have to write, and then again at the line number 72, I am releasing the shift key.
So in 71, line number 70, when you're writing this message, like we are passing this character. So actually in practical case, when we are typing, then we are giving one by one characters. And here we are putting entire text.
So putting entire text, so ultimately it will just type 1 to 1. At the back end, what is happening? It is typing just 1 to 1 only.
Okay.
Okay. Here it is saying like there. It has pasted a whole text in the one go, right? Even though let's say I have can we do like this? I'm just trying this, huh? Control C. I have deleted. Now I have just pressed the shift key and then control V. तो nahi hota, but while typing, just doing. So sentence is ultimately typing.
Okay, so this is like passing the same thing what we do it practically, right?
Yes.
one by one. Okay.
Yes, yes. And then at the end, use action dot perform.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. First, you need to build this. First, build dot perform. This way.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's see if our input demo works or not. Okay. Where are we? Navigate to alerts. No, no. Input forms. Input forms is equal to new. Input forms driver, right? And then input forms dot, in which method we have done this, forms demo. Forms demo. Okay, so let's see. Was it typed in capital? I haven't checked.
वेब में मैसेज आएगा
Web message आया था.
एक
Okay.
कैपिटल में तो नहीं
नहीं क्या उनके बीजी वार कमी वो नहीं करी हो कमेंट
हाँ सेंड कीज
Sorry, my bad.
that's fine I guess that is not a problem.
Okay, and then we'll just, so you got the idea, right? At how we can do this.
Yeah.
So here we have used like build and perform. Those two are important actions which you need to write. Not the action, those are the important method you need to call. So first build, when we write build, so what it does, whatever the action sequence which we have written, right? Whatever the action sequence which we have written, this build method generates the composite action, means one, it compiles all this action into one action which are ready to perform. So build is used for that. Okay, and then we write the perform. So perform the action sequence using the perform. So whatever the actions we have written and whatever the actions have been built, right, that we want to perform. So we write, we call perform method. So whenever you write sorry, if you don't write perform, your actions, whatever you have written, will not be performed or will not be executed at the page level. Okay, you can check at your end when you are practicing. Okay, I'm not showing it over here because when I show it over here, you don't do practice. बराबर ना? ठीक है. So what other keyboard events? So these are the keyboard events, right? Which we can use, So so it's not just like I can do in this manner only. Let's say I can directly write down the other thing as well, like instead of this, for the keyboard events, we can see keyboard events are like keys dot shaped using the all the keyboard keys, right? So what we can do is that enter message, we can use the same that element and send keys, and then we can write down keys dot uh, caps lock nothing. No, sorry, caps lock nothing. Nah, the capital matter the sorry. I thought we do have the caps lock key because we do have tab, shift, control, alt, right? So we can do that. But I can think of one scenario. It is like sometimes when you perform the clear, why you perform the clear for any text box, to clear out the already typed commands, right? To clear out the already entered text in the input box. But sometimes using our web element commands, it is not clear. So in that case, we can use this keyboard events. So in this manner, like now again, what I'll do after some sleep, enter message text box dot send keys. Here I'll write keys dot control plus A. Normally we have for the control, when manually when we do control A, it selects all the key, all the characters or all the whole sentence, right? Typed in the input box. So we can do that, and then again enter message text box dot send keys. Then we can either type the same second message directly, or if you want to be sure that it gets deleted, so keys dot delete, press the delete, and then type the message which you want to type. So second message. All right. So this. So let's rerun this. Okay. Clear?
Clear. सेम वस्तु આપણે લોકો ઓલા બાય ક્લિક ડોટ ક્લિયર થી કરી જ શકીએ છે ને?
બટ કરી શકીએ છે ડોટ ક્લિયરલી, બટ sometimes you will get there. Mainly you will get this problem in the password field. Nowadays we get this problem in the password field. Whatever the password field or in the email fields. I have experienced this, so that is the reason I'm telling you. And if your website is built in the React, you are using the React, then definitely you will get this problem. Okay.
So at that time we need to use this key.
This action class, or you can use this keys, right? Okay, fine. Here yesterday we have seen about the drag and drop. So should I go ahead and for this drag and drop? Because yesterday we have seen like how to perform those operations, right?
Yes.
Move to first you need to move to element and then provide the source and target. Okay. X offset is the horizontal movement and Y offset is the vertical movement. I'm talking with reference to slider one. So syntax remains the same. First, create the actions class, then define the source element, define the target element. If target element is not alive, is not available, then we need to move using the XY coordinates. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that covers this everything about the mouse events, keyboard events, slider, drag and drop. Only thing pending is the loader. But loader we will cover after the weights. We do have time. We do have time. But yeah, let's do one thing. I'll just stop this recording and we'll start recording one more time so that I can upload the separate. I haven't stopped. Yeah.